A sum of 10 trillion has been demanded from federal government to pay as a compensation as a result of what happened to Igbo in the 1967 brouhaha. I think from 1966 altogether to 1970. What is your feelings about this demand? Do you think it can commensurate to the loss of life that Igbo lost during that period?
Yes, just like what we came to understand about Mark Zuckerberg, what we came to understand about Elon Musk, what we came to understand about Chief Emma Egwale, what we came to understand about Microsoft. You know, look at the billions such people were able to impart or get in terms in the exchange of their ingenuity. Look at over 6 million people, and they, from what we gathered, out of that 6 million, 1.2 million people have the capacity of science and technology, have the ingenuity to propagate the world through science and technology. Maybe would have seen the likes of Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg, Bill Gates, even before the one we are seeing now in America.
In Biafra land?
Yes, in Biafra land. Because
you still continue as in Nigeria, you may not see them.
No, brother, I'm telling you, if it has happened, maybe it was succeeded in supporting Nigerian economy to the world by now. Maybe we would have more investors down here that would have wanted to invest in Nigeria, as it were, because there wouldn't have been no need of Biafra in the first place. That's what I want to point. The point I am making: if Nigeria has respected the sanity of coexistence, the sanity of national ethnic nationalities, the sanity of nationalism, they were not able to do that. And that was what led to what we are talking about today. So if on that note, you want to use 10 trillion to measure over 2 million likes of Mark Zuckerberg, Bill Gates, Emegwale, and Elon Musk, then I can tell you that Ohaneze is misplaced priority on that angle. We don't need it. If it's a form of agitation, that is their own business. But there's no amount of money that can bring back the over 6 million lives lost as a result of Gowon's illiterate, inadequate, half-baked. I don't know what to use that man, because it's unfortunate that this is something Gowon would have, systematically avoided peacefully.
But do you think Nigeria can really flourish as we are going if there is no Daku and we are going along that line? Do you think Nigeria, you see a flourish Nigeria based on that ideology of our regional system of government and unicameral system of, parliamentary system of government, practicing unicameral system? Do you see us move in the right direction?
If Nigeria were truly independent and we have the caliber of leaders as at that time, Dr. Namda Zik'S, Tafawa Balewa, and the rest of them, Ahmadu Bello and the rest of whatever, Pius Okibo, them, the likes of Macaulay, intellectuals, cerebrals, as at that time, they are known for, their ingenuity in terms of Pan-Africanism. Bros, Nigeria will work perfectly 100% so if we are not having this multifaceted interference from the colonial influence. Nigeria would have worked.
So
it will take time, because it will not to build, it will have a multiplying effect. Gradually, it get to a point that, see, bros, when you want to succeed in life, you have to be in emotion. If you are not in emotion, you cannot succeed. The starting point of riding a bicycle will lead to a particular point that the bicycle itself will be set on emotion, and nothing can stop it.
You see, my point is this. it's like Nigeria, we want to fast track our development. That's why there was military intervention. I don't want to talk about maybe that military intervention. It has ethnic coloration or whatever, because everything does get as it be. But let's look at it. If to say there is no that military intervention and we are moving that direction, but we are talking about the foreign interference in our something. Let's also forget about that one. Maybe Nigeria will be able to move. Will be able to move forward.
Yes,
that's where I'm going.
Yes, Nigeria would have moved forward. Nigeria would have moved more better forward, consciously, without competing ambition. Nigeria would have moved. Nigeria would have had a phase of development, economic development, agricultural development, structural, physical, human resources development, because we are coming from a point where a certain group of people came together and want to stir emotion. That's why I mentioned Zik'S. I mentioned Unholy. I mentioned Tafawa Balewa. Because they wanted to stir.
Yes, because these people, let me tell you, Tafawa Balewa was rated as least corrupted politician. The man was having holiday one time. He just went to his village, went there to go and eat sugarcane. And when he was there, a certain journalist wanted to interview him that, where is the house of president? Nobody even know that. That's the house of our prime minister. So he was, rated as one of the least corrupted. It's not that materialistic, but we lost this set of people in the first school. And up to this moment, I'm not sure we will be able to get people like that.
We shouldn't be seen as championing a sentiment that is not real based on the propaganda to buy the presence of an attitude or an object that is being perceived. What is the reality? Is that not what they told us, that Buhari has no house in there? But we are hearing that Buhari has a state. Who told you? Didn't you go to school in London? Oh. This is what you're talking about. Didn't you went to school? Is he an illiterate? Did you go to school before he was chosen? So, let us leave that angle of whether he is a church rat or whether he's poor or whether he's saving. But where you are as a human being, what is your perception? What is your contribution? Bros, house does not count. All these things does not count. What counts is your personality. What did you contribute at that point in time to nationalism?
In conclusion, what do you think is make Agbiyoronsi, execute that law of unification? What did he want to achieve?
No, you see, I think I have checked and rechecked, and I discovered that the media created what led to Agbiyoronsi's death. It was the creation of the media, because when it was being tagged an Igbo coup, honestly, imagine it now. And what did he do? He said, okay, well, the next thing I should have done is reconciliation. But they were expecting him to...
And the reconciliation led to unification.
Yes. No, I'm telling you now, reconciliation, because unitary system, to keep unitary is to keep one system. That's what it means. Because the system is already balkanizing, and the only option is to enact a unitary system. Unitary system, what is the meaning of unitary? Unitary is one. Of people coming together as one. That's unitary.
And don't you think that other people will feel that, because you guys, you are there now, that's why you cancel all the different units, and you want all of us to be concentrating on...
Yes.
Because that's what make the first Araba. You know the meaning of Araba? Immediately there is law of unification. The northern pronounced Araba before there was intervention.
No, let me check if I can be correct on the issue of Araba. You know that the South, including Awolowo, the South waited for some years for the Northerners to be prepared. And when it was when it was a proposal to the Northerners that there is going to be amalgamation, that was when the issue of Araba started. Whether it has
amalgamation or unification.
No, it doesn't. Go and check very well. The North does not want to be part of Nigeria before, including Awolowo, if you can remember. Awolowo never wanted. He wants Zik. I don't want to be part of this arrangement. You can remember that.
But why do you think Zik? What was the Zik reasoning?
Pride. He want to
rule everywhere.
Yes, that's That is it. Just simple as that. But this guy saw that welfareism, you know, let me control my own people. He said nationalism because they were calling you useless names, Zik'S of Africa. What have you Africanized? Zik'S of Africa.
He was even ruling in Lagos State. He wanted to become prime minister.
Right, you know, that's what I'm saying now. You know, when you don't sit down and begin to look at things from the perspective of reality. Awolowo saw the things from the perspective, even though somewhere along the line he ran away from that ideology. But ab initio, Awolowo never wanted this to happen.
And he was the one, so maybe that's what make Awolowo think about true federation.
Simple as that.
And all of the
see, that's why they said that they wanted to make Awolowo president, the coup plotters. Bro, there is at that level, Zik'S was being seen as somebody who's brain drained. Because you want to be Zik'S of Africa, you want to be national. Who they nationalize you?
It's like the man this he has this idea of ruling all over because
pride. Pride. Yeah, you don't know. Say you get to a level. Say they are. Say you want to become big man. You want to show. Say you are the one in charge. You want to show that you are the one in charge. Without sitting down and look at the contraption you are talking about. And remember, he was championing nationalism, and because he's good in America, Awolowo was championing welfareism and socialism. Then the other guy from the north, what was he actually championing? So these are the things that collapsed the First Republic, because most of them cannot be able to bring the ideology, their different respective ideology to the table and begin to factor it
towards
into
development,
cohesion, unity, and justice.
Thank you very much.